Today's video is part of an international foods collaboration with 17 channels. We're all making something tasty from Greece. My name is Stephanie, and this is Ginger Snap Kitchen. The first thing I did was take my 8 by 8 inch baking pan and line it with 2 sheets of aluminum foil. You make sort of a sling out of the aluminum foil, and it's easy to lift the pie out once it's finished baking. Next, to my mixing bowl, I added 2 whole eggs and beat them lightly. Then I added 4 ounces of cottage cheese, 2 ounces of shredded gruyere, 10 ounces of feta cheese, 2 teaspoons of cornstarch, and half a teaspoon of dried mint. I thoroughly combined all the ingredients, then I set that bowl aside. Next, I opened a package of thawed phyllo dough. I unrolled it on my very clean counter, and while I was working with it, I made sure it was covered with a damp paper towel. This is what happens when it doesn't stay damp. It cracks and breaks, and it's difficult to work with. I brushed the sheet of phyllo dough with melted butter. Then I added a second sheet and buttered it, followed by a third and fourth sheet, buttering between each layer. Once I had a stack of 4 buttered phyllo dough sheets, I transferred it to my pan and carefully fit it in place. I lift the edges gently to allow it to fall into place. Then I was able to press it into the bottom of the pan. Next, I repeated the process of stacking and buttering 4 sheets of phyllo dough. I placed the second stack of phyllo into the pan, perpendicular to the first one. I eased it gently into the pan by lifting the edges again, and I allowed the excess dough to hang over the sides. Next, I spread the filling evenly over the 2 stacks of phyllo layers. After that, I created 2 more stacks of 4 layers of buttered phyllo dough. Then I placed them on top over the filling, perpendicular to each other. Once all the layers were in place, I rolled the overhanging edges toward the center to create a crust. Then I brushed the entire surface with more melted butter. Then, using my sharpest paring knife, I scored the surface into 9 equal pieces, making sure to cut through the rolled edges. Then I placed it in my 425-degree oven for about 25 minutes until it was golden brown and crisp. When it was finished baking, I removed it from the pan immediately using the foil sling and transferred it to a wire rack. I allowed it to cool for about an hour. After it cooled for an hour, it was ready to serve. It was easy to cut into 9 equal portions using the pre-scored lines. This recipe surprised me. It was both delicious and easy to make, even if you don't have a lot of experience using phyllo dough. I highly recommend giving it a try and making any variations your family might enjoy. Be sure to stop by all the other channels to see what delicious Greek foods they made. I'm sure you'll be delighted by their recipes just like I was. Not only are they a great bunch of cooks, they're also a great bunch of people, and I'm sure you'll enjoy their channels as much as I do. Thanks so much for watching. See you next time.